Alright guys, so today we are watching how much does it actually cost to make money. I've always wondered this fucking question. Why does money exist? You know, one day we were just slaving away, you know, carrying all of our shit on our backs and stuff like that, and thinking to ourselves, why don't we just take this little fucking circular coin and that's what we use to buy all of my shit. This now costs more than what I have. We can just do that. Like, that's what they did. That's literally what they did.
Prior to humans using coins as currency, they'd barter for things such as tools used for hunting. But eventually it just made sense to create something used as a unit of value instead of lugging around all your belongings anytime you wanted to trade. Back in the day, and we mean many thousands of years ago, that form of currency might have been shells, beads, or amber. Then the Mesopotamians around 5,000 years ago created the first coin, known as the Mesopotamian shekel. In time, we had debt, taxes, and anyone with lots of these coins could gain great power by paying for armies. Cash could provide well-being, and it could encourage a man to kill his own brother. Money makes the world go round.
Literally. Could not have said it better myself. Guys, I promise you I didn't even watch this video. That's exactly what I just said in this intro, and it's pretty much word for word exactly what I just said. We just made up this money for no reason, basically, because we're lazy, because we don't want to carry shit around. You know, like, imagine if we tried to do, like, we could honestly do that nowadays. Like, what if we just said fuck money? Like, we just all collectively just said fuck money, and, you know, how much you shit is now your source of income. Could you imagine? So, like, dude, first off, I'm a fucking millionaire, dude. I take, like, 8 shits a fucking day, dude. But, like, dead ass, that's what they did, man. They just fucking picked up this little coin off the fucking ground. They're like, damn, this would be very convenient to carry around instead of other shit.
In some ways, it's still pretty cheap. Let us explain. We carry this stuff around with us almost all the time, but we don't usually think about where it comes from. Money gets a raw deal, really, because we just don't care about its past. We only care about what it can get us. It's a very selfish relationship we have with money. We earn it and then we give it to someone else and never think once about its history. Let's first look at how bills are made in the US. The special paper that bills are printed on is made of 75% cotton and 25% linen. This is different from the paper you ordinarily use, which is made from wood pulp. According to the U.S. Department of the Treasury, any denomination of $5 and above has a security thread already built into that paper. With the $100 note, it's a bit different, as it has a 6mm wide 3D security ribbon woven into the paper. For good reason. These things should be hard to forge, but it's happened, and we'll come to that.
But yeah, like, okay, it's hard to make, but the people that know how to make it, like, it's easy, right? Like, I feel like we could all learn how to do that shit. Like, you say, oh, it's fucking hard. It's just we don't have the fucking resources to be able to do that. We could all technically print money in our backyards as long as we knew how the fuck to do it and had the resources. So, what's the fucking difference? I don't understand. So, we're just fucked then, I guess, because, you know, we don't know how to make a 3D print. Security band.
As you can see, making money is hard work. Counterfeiters struggle to make money like the experts do, but on occasion, people have done a pretty good job. You might have heard of something called the super dollar, which the US government states is an almost perfect counterfeit $100 bill, created possibly by another government. What happens is detection technology gets better, but then the counterfeiters also get better and create more of these super notes. It's a cat and mouse game, and that's why money printers have to be on top of their game. Some counterfeiters get away with it for a while, with one big case involving a bunch of British criminals who were making almost perfect dollars and pounds until they got caught in 2005. These guys were literally printing cash to the tune of £1 million and $500,000 a day. Now, that's how to get rich quick. And these guys were experts in printing money. They weren't the first, and they won't be the last. So let's just say that money-making technology costs countries a fair bit of money. With that in mind, if you were to ask the Treasury Department just how much it costs to make money, they'd tell you it's about much more than just buying raw materials and fashioning the cash. If you look at the 2019 currency operating budget, you'll find that it is $955.8 million. We actually looked at the budget breakdown and found that $210 million went to the Bureau of Engraving and Printing to cover facilities costs and expansion at Fort Worth, Texas. The other big printing place is in Washington, D.C. Lots more cash goes toward research and development and automated counterfeit inspection. Then you've got operating costs, which includes printing the stuff and running the machines. You've also got the board to pay and all the staff to pay. You've got security and transportation, and with cash, you need to do that right. That's why part of the budget goes to armored carrier contracts. But in the end, the main part of the budget goes toward printing. How fast can they make money? Well, it said the printing machines can print around 8,000 sheets an hour. Most of this process is automated, but humans will do the quality control part. The bills are not just
He just said that this shit is hard, but they can print 8,000 sheets of money an hour? So you're telling me you can take 8,000 sheets of $100 bills, that's $800,000, you can print that in an hour? But then it costs, inflation, obviously.
looked at by humans either. They're also put through scanners, which can detect the slightest fault. If they make the grade, the big sheets are stacked in piles of 10, and then it's time to cut them to make individual bills. These are then separated again and then made into bricks. These bricks are given a barcode, and then they're ready to be shipped all over the USA. You might be the guy whose job it is to move the pallets around that contain the boxes of bricks. It might be quite the frustrating job if you're low paid and surrounded by tons of cash all day. You can actually find reports of people stealing cash, sometimes a lot of cash, but then getting caught. One guy was arrested after it was found he'd been hiding money inside the bathroom walls. At the time, a special agent told the press that the Bureau of Engraving and Printing is the worst place you can try to steal money because people just never get away with it. We went to the Bureau of Engraving and Printing website and looked to see how much people who worked at the facilities are paid. There are so many jobs you can do, we can't really go into them all, but we looked at various grades and steps for employees. If you're grade 1 in step 1, you'll get paid $24,633 a year. Grade 15 in step 10, and you'll get $166,500. You could be pulling pallets around, or you could be sat on the board. You could be designing the latest detection technology or working as a secretary. But this all goes toward the cost of making cash. Okay, so we had to tell you all of that to give you an idea of costs. But there's also a printing cost for that cash, and thankfully, the Federal Reserve has published the 2019 cost. Here it is. To print $1 or $2, it costs 5.5 cents a note. To print $5, it costs 11.4 cents. $10 costs 11.1 cents, and $20 costs 11.5 cents. $50 costs 11.5 cents too, and $100 comes in at 14.2 cents.
It costs 14 cents to make $100. What the fuck? It's really hard to wrap your mind around what that actually means anyway. Let's just
As for coins, they're made at 6 locations in the USA. Unlike notes, coins are not as good value for the money. The price of making coins went up in 2018 thanks to metal prices increasing. In case you didn't know, the quarter, nickel, and dime coins are a copper-nickel combination. Pennies are copper-plated zinc. According to the Mint, making 1 cent from start to finish and getting it out costs 2.06 cents in 2018. So it cost more than it was actually worth. In fact, one headline in 2019 read, "The US Mint lost $69 million making pennies last year. Around $20 million was lost on making nickels, which cost 6.6 cents to make. But the rest of the coins did make the Mint some cash, because dimes cost 3.33 cents to make and quarters cost 8.24 cents to make. You could almost say that when you have a quarter, you don't just have the biggest coin, but you also have the most profitable coin. Your pennies are dead in the water. You may as well throw them in the next fountain you see. For some time.
Okay,
Back in 2014
I think we're pretty much done with this. This comment's interesting. It says, in the end, it's all fiat money. We consider it money because the government says it's money. And what does it actually cost to make money? It costs more money. Somebody said, the real question is, how much money does it cost to make the money to pay for the making money? Wait, how much money does it cost to make the money to pay for making money? Yeah. So $100 bill takes 14 cents to make. But what does that mean? You know? Does that mean that the $100 bill is really only worth 14 cents? But we make it such higher value than it really is? Because that doesn't really even make sense. Because the only thing that's making a $5 bill... Hold up, let's go back to that image that we had. Alright, so here it is. So, $1 and a $2 bill both cost the same. Okay? So, a $2 bill and a $1 bill really aren't different at all. It's just the number on the bill that makes it different. And then between a $5 and a $10 bill, a $10 bill costs less to make than a $5 bill. How does that make sense? And then a $20 and a $50 bill cost the same. And a $100 bill only costs 3 cents more than a 50. So this is actually mind-blowing to look at. And it really changes the whole perspective of money. Because really, what I've been saying is that the only difference between a dollar bill and shit like that is what it says on the bill. And this just proves exactly what I'm saying. I don't know why we all chose to just make money our sole fucking way to pay for shit, pretty much. Like, literally, cash means nothing. Pretty much. A $5 bill is literally 0.1 cents different than a $50 bill. In terms of flat value, what it costs to make. The government chooses what they want to make of the 50. Like, it would be different now if all these cost more. If a $50 bill costs more than a 20, that would be different. Then you could make the value more, I feel like. But because they cost the same, why the fuck are we adding value to these bills? This is just fucked. This is so, like, weird to me. I do not understand. This is so weird. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna have to sit and think about this for a little bit. Like, I can't even really conceptualize what this means for our economy. If our money really, if different dollar bills really aren't worth anything more than other dollar bills, why do we make it like that? Like, why is a $100 bill so much more valuable than a $1 bill or a $5 bill in real life in our economy? But when you really break it down, it's not. It's not much more valuable. This is why, I see all the shit with the fucking dollar bill losing value. I can see why now. Because it really doesn't make sense. It's scary, man. So, yeah, leave your guys' comments down below. If you have a better explanation of this, I guess, on why this is, please let me know. Because this is kind of confusing to me. I feel like I know. I don't know. I feel like it doesn't make sense. It makes dollars, baby. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, leave your guys' comments down below. Let me know what you guys thought of this video. It's really interesting to fucking look at, to be honest. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. I love y'all.